Have you ever felt that unsettling chill down your spine? The one that whispers, "You're not alone," even when you are? Tonight, we're diving into the darkest corners of human experience, where the everyday becomes terrifying and unseen eyes watch your every move. We're talking about hidden camera horror stories, real life events captured on film, proving that sometimes the scariest monsters aren't under your bed, but in plain sight. These aren't just tales. They're documented instances of dread that will make you rethink every shadow and every silent moment. Prepare yourself, because once you hear these stories, you'll never look at a private space the same way again. Our first story takes us to a quiet suburban home, the kind where nothing ever happens. Sarah, a young college student, was babysitting for the Miller family. Two adorable kids, a cozy house. What could go wrong? The Millers had recently installed a nanny cam in the living room, ostensibly to check on their children, but also to keep an eye on their new babysitter. Sarah was initially fine with it. She'd put the kids to bed, settled down on the couch, and started watching a movie. Around midnight, she heard a faint creaking sound from upstairs. She dismissed it as the old house settling. Then, a few minutes later, she heard it again, closer this time, accompanied by a soft thud. A chill ran through her. The kids were asleep, the parents were out, and the front door was locked. She tried to tell herself it was just her imagination, perhaps the wind. But then, the nanny cam footage, which the Millers later reviewed, showed something truly disturbing. Around 1:30 a.m., a shadow moved across the hallway upstairs, visible only for a split second. Sarah, absorbed in her movie, didn't notice. Then, the distinct sound of a floorboard groaning right outside the children's bedroom. Sarah paused her movie, her heart beginning to pound. She slowly got up and walked to the base of the stairs, calling out softly, "Hello? Is anyone there?" Silence. She waited, straining her ears. Nothing. She retreated to the couch, trying to convince herself it was nothing. But the camera continued to record. Minutes later, a small, pale hand slowly emerged from behind the curtains in the living room, just out of Sarah's direct line of sight. It lingered for a moment, then slowly retracted. The full 40 minutes of terror were captured. The Millers returned home to a shaken Sarah and discovered the footage. They immediately called the police. Investigations revealed an intruder had been hiding in the house, perhaps for hours, watching. The thought that someone could be so close, so silently, watching every move, is what makes this hidden camera horror story truly chilling. Our next tale unfolds in what should have been a relaxing vacation. Emily and her boyfriend, Mark, booked a charming Airbnb for a weekend getaway in a picturesque rural town. The place was beautiful, rustic, and had great reviews. On their first night, as they were unwinding, Emily noticed a tiny, almost imperceptible red light blinking in a smoke detector in the bedroom. It was unusual, but she shrugged it off. Later, while charging her phone, she accidentally knocked over a small decorative clock on the bedside table. As she picked it up, she noticed a minuscule lens hidden within its design. Her blood ran cold. It was a hidden camera. They immediately scoured the room and discovered another, cleverly disguised as a USB charger by the desk, and a third, embedded in a wall outlet in the living room. They were being watched, their most intimate moments potentially recorded. The realization that their privacy had been so brazenly violated, in a place they paid for, was horrifying. They confronted the host, who feigned ignorance, claiming previous guests must have installed them. Emily and Mark immediately left and reported the incident to the police and Airbnb. The police investigation revealed the host had a history of similar complaints, but clever legal maneuvering had kept him from serious trouble. This case highlights the terrifying vulnerability we face when we trust strangers with our personal space, especially when a property is marketed for rental. The insidious nature of these devices, designed to blend seamlessly into everyday objects, makes this a truly unsettling hidden camera horror story. Imagine your entire vacation, your private moments, being streamed live to an unknown observer. The thought alone is enough to make anyone paranoid about their next booking. Our final story takes us to a seemingly secure corporate office building. David worked late often, a dedicated employee burning the midnight oil. The office had surveillance cameras in common areas, but never inside individual offices. One night, David was working on a crucial presentation. He stepped out for a coffee break, leaving his office door ajar. When he returned, he felt a strange, almost imperceptible shift in the air, as if someone had just been there. He dismissed it as fatigue. The next morning, the office manager called him. A security camera in the hallway, which pointed directly at David's office door, had captured something inexplicable. Around 2 a.m., while David was on his coffee break, his office door slowly creaked open further. A hand, gloved and pale, reached in and placed a small, almost invisible device on his desk, tucked neatly under his monitor. The hand quickly retracted, and the door slowly closed. David's heart pounded as he watched the footage. It was a miniature, high-definition camera, strategically placed to record everything on his computer screen and any conversations in his office. The device was so small it would have been nearly impossible to spot without knowing exactly where to look. The company immediately launched an internal investigation. It turned out to be industrial espionage, an attempt to steal sensitive project data. But for David, the chilling part wasn't just the breach of security. It was the sheer audacity and the feeling of being watched, unknowingly, in his own supposedly private workspace. The thought that someone could so easily infiltrate a secure environment and plant such a device, all while he was just steps away, is a testament to the disturbing reality of hidden camera horror stories. The anonymity of the perpetrator and the silent invasion of his professional life left him deeply unnerved. This kind of invasion makes us question who is really watching us, even in the most unexpected places. These chilling tales of hidden cameras serve as a stark reminder that in our increasingly interconnected world, privacy is a fragile commodity. From homes to hotels to workplaces, the threat of unseen eyes is a very real and unsettling possibility. Always be vigilant, check your surroundings, and trust your gut feeling if something seems off. If these stories sent shivers down your spine, please give this video a like and subscribe to our channel for more true horror. Don't forget to hit that notification bell so you don't miss our next deep dive into the unexplained. Stay safe, and remember, you never know who's watching.